A very warm welcome and good evening to the Stoke Stadium for the midweek mania meeting, really, for the Unlimited Bangers here in the Potteries, with a healthy entry of cars from across the country, with a 2/3 90 North time. Got 3 heats, a final and an all-comers race on the programme. The Bangers, of course, into 3 groups. Each group will get a place in 2 of the 3 races, giving us the 2/3 format. The heats themselves, we 12 laps over their distance, 15 for the final and 10 for the all-comers. So the first race today will be heat number 1, as you would expect for groups A and B. They will be the first 2 groups on track, and then Group C, of course, will join us for later heats as well, alternating with A and B. So that's roughly how things are going to work this evening here at the Chesterton Stadium. The first race of the day will be on track very shortly. We'll be starting during the region in the next 5 minutes, I would imagine, with our first race coming your way at around 8:05. So plenty of action to come your way this evening here at the Chesterton Stadium. We've got a big entry of bangers lined up, and hopefully we should be in for a good day's racing. A few cancellations, but a few additions as well, so the ones that have lost have been replaced, so it's not all done and dusted with. Anyway, we'll get the cars all formed up behind the scenes, and once we're all clear, we'll be going racing for the first time tonight here at Stoke. Right, so the Unlimited Bangers now all set to go. One addition to the back of the grid by the looks of it, but that is, I think, 317 Mason Brand. But with that, we now have got everybody out there we need for our first race today. This will be 12 laps of the course for the Unlimited National Bangers here at the Chesterton Stadium. Revs begin to rise and the power comes on. We're away racing for the first time tonight here at the Chesterton Stadium, and well, already a few cars have failed to get away over on turn 3. The E-Class has gone spinning very early doors of Dan Darville in 277, and 733 Ted Andrews is T-boned 242 already on the home straight of Sam Powell. So they've had a rather destructive spinner away on turn 4 as we lose one of the Jags, which has ended up facing nose into the barrier. Back check one on opposite, that's 72 Kalita turning round to rejoin. But track blockage away on our right already. There's 317 of Mason Brand has gone charging in on the back of a couple of unfortunately placed cars. Kalita gets going again in 782. The hearse has come to grief with the tyres on turn 3, but has been able to rejoin. So Kieran Martin's race after a poor start. Got another one in the fence head on. That's Bobster in 72, Bobby Seymour in the LTD. Now Keir Martin's looking for a victim. This could be a big hit. Goes in on the front of the roller and on the Jags as well, I should say. Teddy Andrews goes for a spin as well in the Granada, the limousine anyway. Oh, big Jack on the car on top of another one down here. Oh dear, that's an unusual one. Max Seymour has ended up with a wheeling car in his back end in the shape of Mason. Just head on over on turn 3 and turn 4. Got another pile up on the back straight as the Rolls Royce been eviscerated and affected by the Merc of Dan Darville in 277. Now Keir Martin gets some treatment from 188 of Archie Bolton in that very unique roller. Head on between 317 and 797 on turn 4. Backstrokes like Bobby Seymour has been given a large portion or two by, I suspect that might be 501 that's gone in on that little mess on the back straight. Ray Smith. Keir Martin head on with 501 Ray Smith, sorry, who is in the Supra, the other XJ300 I'll get for you. Sorry, no, that is Supra, sorry, I should say, is Caleb Francis, sorry, 207. In goes another one down there on turn 3, gets absolutely eviscerated over the rear wheel. That was definitely 2 a moment, and we did have our first roller of the night down there. We're just checking on everything down there. We've got Slushy Yellows on turn 4. Oh, big hit there, and the roller has gone big style. Finds Mrs. Starder. Watch out, Mrs. Starder. So, with that, the lap boards are going to be out very shortly, I would imagine. As long as that race out of 12 in this one for the Bangers. Your leader is Louis King in 25. Oh, roll over back straight, but he's back on his wheels again. So, that might be able to continue. Yes, it can. And we're going reds, I think. We've got red on them. No, we're staying green. Or are we? No, reds are coming out. Red flags, Mrs. Starder. Red flags. So, the reds coming out with our first rollover of the day on the back straight. And I think that may have been Ray Smith that went over in 501 in his XJ300. The car came back down to earth on its own accord, but we still need to go reds, and we'll get the cars reformed in a lap sheet order, which they were in when the red flags came out. Right, so clearance has been given for a restart. I think it's going to be green and 4 when we get going again. So just 4 lap dash to the end. Maybe no, it's going to be 3 and green in fact. So steps to go on the restart to conclude Heat 1 for the Unlimited Bangers. Now, with our car tails away at the back of the grid, we've got station car over on turn 4. See if that can get itself going again. Looks like they might be going anyway. Keir Martin resuming his position on turn 4 as he was before the stoppage. So green flag goes down along with the 3 lap board simultaneously, and oh dear, already got a pile up on top of the track is blocked already. Well, that's an unusual restart, and 115 Max Seymour, I think that was, ended up meeting Keir Martin on the infield inadvertently and all that. So they come through, just 2 laps to go now for our race leader Louis King in 25, who's largely in charge, just trying to establish where he is. He's just maybe caught away to our left in the pile up on the pit bend. There aren't many cars left running in this. So across the line here comes Louis King through again. Got a new leader by the looks of it as well in all this, so we'll just try and establish who that is. The chain flag will be at the ready there from Mr. Starder in 20.2's time. It goes down on the Pink Granada, 541. I think that was Callum Legger, I think, has taken the first win, but he's actually down in 4th, so I'll confirm here he's got the win in a minute. So the carnage continues around the back after the race is done, but I think Mr. Starder, we have them all, so we can go reds, please. We can go reds to conclude alive the Heat 1 for the Unlimited Bangers. The race will confirm to just a minute towards 2's time. It has come down to getting the cars stopped before we can get them back to the pits of Caleb Francis. He's our first winner of the evening. engines numbers for you. First 207, second 25, third 140, fourth 541, fifth 782, sixth 188, seventh 115, and eighth 72. That's your finishes for the first race today for the Limited Bangers. Next up, Heat 2 for Groups B and C. Half of these cars you've already seen, half of them you won't have seen. That's just how the 2/3 start works. And then it should be all available cars for the final and the all-cars at the end of the evening. Right, race 2 coming away very shortly. We've already got cars coming out onto the Chesterton Shale for their first or second appearance of the night, depending on what heats they've been drawn into. And already a few of them really chucking it around to start with. So the 174 will lead them away for this one then. Of Oliver Wildsmith, alongside them will be 242 with Stan Powell. 103 is inside row 2, Kane Johnson, alongside a car with some very difficult numbers to read. So I'll get on to in due course. Then we've got 668 George Colvin with a race at the Gold Rush round a couple of days ago. That's got 378, 372, so alongside it Freddie Seymour with Bobby Seymour in team 2. How long before I get those two cars mixed up, I wonder. Then 797 Kane Martin is back out. And we have got a couple more joining us as well. 501 Ray Smith, the rollover from Heat 1, who's back out, alongside our Heat 1 winner, 207 of Caleb Francis. The two cars that had contrasting fortunes in race 1 start alongside each other. So I'm just going to double check, make sure the pit gate is going together, which it appears to have done. So once again, it's going to be a rolling start and 12 laps of the Chesterton Stadium. Mr. Starter, when you're ready, they are over to you. On the rolling start then. Let's see what manner of carnage will commence here. And 207 Caleb Francis making 2 wins and 2, I wonder. Pace car on track. Pace car pulls off. We are about to go green. We're underway in racing, and already the car with bad numbers has gone. Oh my goodness me, Kane Martin right up in there. The track is blocked already. Well, I've never seen a hearse get launched through the air like that before. Cars battle out the infield, including the 207 of Caleb Francis, and the track is blocked down there on turn 3. Is there a way through that, I wonder? The leader has got through, and the leader is going to be Samuel Powell by the looks of it in 242. So he comes through as the leader. A couple of cars, maybe a lap on the timing screen here, but we'll double check that is in due course. But I have 242 as the leader to my knowledge. Through the wreckage they all come then on turn 4. 174 Wildsmith runs across the line in what I believe is now second place. But look at the carnage away on the Luma Road turn. That was absolute pandemonium at the start. And the whole host of leaders go charging into that little lot. 72 has got caught up in that. Well, 372 even, I should say, has got caught up in that. Freddie Seymour. Spinner on turn 2. You lose 242. Stumpy, he goes around on turn number 2. Oh, massive hit there. Sailing into all of it. Very heavily goes Ray Smith in 501. Everyone else has decided to stop and have a look. So the second place car, to my knowledge, from what I've just been told from our reliable lap scorer, is 207 Caleb Francis. The leader I'll confirm in a moment. So we're told that 372 is the leader, Mr. Starder. So 372 is your leader. As we come through on track number 7, and they all go piling in down there. I think we may have seen 72 go charging in. 501 goes in for the kill again. Ray Smith is really not very keen on driving past all that. Through the wreckage comes Kelly Francis in 207. Certainly here to win stuff tonight, not to rod, not to wreck, I should say. 372 comes through again. 642 is lead. It was through. Oh dear, the leaders have been stopped by Ray Smith on turn 4 in 501. So Caleb Francis, I'm told, is your leader. Lap boards are out. I think that's 3 to go. So 242, I'm told, he's third. I think they're the only 3 left running. But 242's now got board and turned it round. Who's he going for? No one. And a big hit there as Ray Smith goes charging in again. A couple of drivers just been given black crosses regarding track limits. And oh, yeah, 242 goes head on with 501. So a big head on between Samuel Powell and Ray Smith. They've only got 1 car left running. Well, 501 Ray Smith is still in, but he's not really doing laps at the moment. So 207 leads and T-bones Ray Smith over on the back straight. Well, the lap board is the one lap board is waiting for 207 of Caleb Francis, but he's got to get here first. There's nobody moving down there apart from Bobby Seymour on the wrong side of the pile-up. They're trying to push a way through, but there didn't seem to be much coming out of that. I hope you've got strong arms, Thomas, because you're going to be holding that board for a while. Well, somebody's emerged from the wrong side of the pipe and has decided to come and have a battering run, I think, at it. 242's managed to find a way. There's a gap now on the inside, which a few cars have filtered through. 372 is second place. The leader is not emerging, so we may have lost 507. 207, sorry, Kelly Francis. He's got some locomotion now and gets caught up with 242 on the home straight. The last lap board goes down at long last. We knew we'd get there in the end, Mr. Starter, honest. So down the back straight for the final time, but can he navigate his way through the scrapyard that's developed on the Loomer Road turn? No, he can't. He's been stopped. Well, Bobby Seymour, he's managed to navigate his way through. Just checkered flag at the ready, and he'll go up and down on 207 of Caleb Francis in one of the slowest banger races in the history of the sport. Second place is somewhere away to our right. Big head on, oh, massive head on that's gone horribly wrong, and that could have just eliminated second place. 242, I think he's going to be second, possibly. We'll get that confirmed. Yeah, I think we've got one more car to cross, and we'll go Reds there. We'll go Reds, and I think there might only be 3 finishes to that one. We'll get that confirmed with our reliable lap scorer, Mr. Carl Fido. We've got a rollover after the flag as well. That was the 103 car of Kane Johnson that went up and over as the race concluded there, but he has come back on his wheels. The pace car comes down the home straight, the Your Stocks pace car, and we'll get the race winner round to the podium presentation. Recovery truck is going to have to sort out a couple of fused cars, one of which is our race winner. So chaotic stuff there for Bangers Heat number 2, and for a moment it looked like no one's going to finish it, but they did in the end. We'll get the victory presentation done in a moment or two's time. I think that's 2 for 2 for Caleb Francis. Can he make it 3 for 3 in the final? We'll find out in a couple of races' time. So after a bit of toing and froing down, we've finally got the cars taken apart, and we've got our race winner coming over to take a lap of honour on the back of the pace car for a second time today. Round of applause, please, for race winner 207, Caleb Francis. So victory presentation's done. Just let me give you a result then of Heat 2 for the Unlimited Bangers. If you're writing this in the programme, make sure you've got a lot of ink in your pen because you're going to need it. So first place, 207 Caleb Francis, second 242 Sam Powell, and third 372 Freddie Seymour. Beyond that, there's no one else to mention, so that's just the three of them. So once again, just the numbers for you: first 207, second 242, and third 372. So as we have just got up tenfold just from that long result. Anyway, race 3 on the track now. Then this is groups A and C. So you will have seen some of these cars in Heat 2, some of these cars in Heat 1. So 668 George Colvin will lead the field away in his Ford LTD, alongside 25 Louis King, who was oh so close to winning Heat 1. Then we've got 242 Sam Powell, and another one in there on the inside. Just trying to get the number on that car, we'll get that in a second. But we'll move back to row 3 as a result. What was that, sorry? 140, sorry, is the car on the inside, Alfie Jones. Then we've got 115 Max Seymour and 174 Oliver Wildsmith down on row 3. Row 4, 372 of Freddie Seymour alongside 733, which is Freddie Andrews, his limousine. Then we've got the 541 car, Callum Legrice, I believe, down there. Then 188 is next in the roller alongside 103 Kane Johnson. 188, of course, is Archie Bolton, and one at the back of the grid is going to be the 371 machine, if my list is correct, of Mason Brand. Just one car in there I can't quite get a number on, but that might be Riley Bricknell. I could be wrong on that in 178. It's the only car I can't say I've seen so far. So it will be a rolling start for this third heat. So this is the second race for all these cars, provided they made their first heat. Looks like so it looks like we've got the absence of pace car for this one. Now I'm just confirming whether it's a clutch or a roller for this one. I would assume it would be a roller, as all the heats so far have been. So yes, it will be a rolling start for this race. So we're just waiting for the all clear from around the raceway. We're just waiting for the pit gate to go across. So once again, just making a final preparation with the gate need to be closed. So as stated, George Colvin and Louis King will lead the field away, provided they don't upset the timing being 2, which we had a problem in the last race. It's a manual lap score that. So just making sure nobody goes too far. So whilst we just wait for the field to get formed, we'll have a bit more music. I'll be with you again very, very shortly with the resumption of today's meeting. Just getting the laps all checked. So once we've got that all sorted, we will get them rolling. Right, with one car out the gate, we'll be away and rolling. So the red's coming out of a car station already on the home straight. The 733 car's failed to move west to start. Good brought to a stop once we sort that out. So the field is brought to a halt, and once we've got the roller and the gun on the back in position, we'll get them rolling. The motor bangers in number 3. Right, green flag goes after more attempts than the national mini stock. So no, massive jack up on the home straight already, but a wrecking phone on the home straight as Louis King failed to get away and hit the fence on the straight. We've lost 188 over on turn 4 of Archie Bolton. Double check whether that car should even be here or not actually, but never mind. Your leader is 242 at the moment, which is Sam Powell, who leads proceedings. We've got a spinner away on turn 3, so round has gone 25. So waiting to see what happens here with maybe some cars even moving after the result. We'll find out. 25 Louis King tries to stop the 541 of Callum Legrice, who's going going for bonus points. Oh, got a car on top of the fence on the back straight. Goodness me. We're going to go red flags, please. Red flags with a auto sculpture on the back straight. I missed that. I was busy watching the drifting on the straight. So 2 cars are going together. So we've got 2 cars hooked together on the home straight. We're going to try and work how we organise the auto sculpture over on turn 3, over on turn 2. Now that was something else. So I'm not quite sure what happened down there. I'll get confirmation from somebody, I'm sure, but somebody's well and truly perched on top of that fence. I'll have to zoom in and have a look at that. That's something I wasn't expecting to see today. So the car in question. So the car in question was 115 Maxine, went up over the top of 174 of Oliver Wiles, but he got caught up as well with Kane Johnson. They've almost just sorted themselves out, which is quite impressive. So we'll get a restart in a moment or two's time with any cars need removed. But dramatic stuff to start the day for Heat 3.
If it hadn't been for God.
Right, so looks like we're ready to go then with the resumption of Unlimited Bangers Heat 3, rolling restart, single file in lap sheet order. Doing the magic roundabout, never mind. So we'll see how we get on. So as we witness on the most controlled rolling start of the history of National Bangers, we are about to get underway with the resumption of the remaining 8 laps. Old Doe fades into the background, and we restart with a car on top of the fence already, and almost wipes out Mr. Starter. Goodness me, I'll have to rename him to Tony Osborne there. Head on already between 25 and 686, well 668 rather, away on turn 4, 242 of Sam Powell seems more interested in riding on top of the fence than being on the shale, and gets a head on for his troubles over on turn number 3, over on turn number 2 even. Meanwhile, on turns 2 and 4, as I mentioned it, all manner of carnage has broken out, and with that, your leader is 541 of Callum Legrice. He leads the way. Jonesy is second place, that's Alfie Jones. Spinner, oh dear me, the lead's been piled into the fence down there after a head-on from somebody waiting, which was 668 George Colvin. So the leaders come through just a quarter of a second between the two of them. They have a bit of a rare set 2 and a head on. There goes the second place winner. Alfie Jones is disposed of. So with that, we have a pretty healthy lead for Callum Legrice, all things coming up to lap 103 of Kane Johnson. We appear to have got a car in strife over on turn number 2. Trying to work. Got a rollover on turn 2, Mr. Snyder. We're going to go red. So we're going to roll over. So I'm not sure who that is that's gone over, but it's been there a while. It was 242 of Samuel Powell. He must have been there a while, and there goes Nolan to break the timing beam. So a couple of them overshooting the mark a bit there as the Reds came out, but a rollover for Sam Powell brings this one to a second stoppage. Well, I think we'll get there in the end, but tonight is certainly not our night for race stoppages. Goodness me. Right, so we'll get everything sorted again, and we'll see if Carl has any more hair to pull out. So I'm not sure there is any more, but once we've sorted out what we've got left, we'll get things sorted. Just saying the recovery truck over there to recover that car that's in not the greatest of positions, it has to be said. One pulling off to the infield as well. George Colvin calls it quick, I think, in the LTD.
Every man my feet, you get me low. Anytime I see you, let me know. But I planted a seed, just let me grow. I'm on my knees while I'm cause I don't wanna lose. I got my arms so spread, I hope that my heart gets fed. Matter of fact, girl, I'm begging. Put your loving hand out, baby. Begging you. Put your loving hand out, darling. I need you to understand. Try so hard to be the man. I gave it away.
So Callum Legrice climbs aboard the pace car then for his lap of honour. He takes home heat number 3 for the Bangers tonight, our second different winner of the evening. So round the pit end he goes. Thanks Callum Legrice, 5-4-1, your race winner.
Led by Big Rio. We're in South Africa, it's nice to Fabio. England, England, na 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 na. We're England, 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 na 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 na. We're England.
So reach that complete then. We give you the results of heat number 3 for the Amateur Bangers then. So first 5-4-1 Callum Legrice, second 140 Alfie Needle, Alfie Jones even, third 103 Kane Johnson, fourth 178 Riley Bricknell, fifth 372 Freddie Seymour, sixth 668 George Colvin, try to say that when you've had a few, and then seventh 188 Archie Bolton is the finishers. Just
hold them like they do in Texas, please. Fold them, let them hit me, raise it, baby, stay with me. I love it. Love game, intuition, play the cards with spades to start. And after he's been hooked, I'll play the one that's on his heart. Oh, 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 oh. I'll get him high, show him what I got. Can't read mine, no, he can't read my poker face. She's got no love, nobody. Can't read mine, no, he can't read my poker face. She's got no love, nobody. Poker face, poker face. Poker face, poker face.
So the pace, the recovery vehicle now out of harm's way then, just waiting for the field tour form up. One car from the back, just getting the final car into position, George Colvin in 668. The clutch start for the Unlimited Bangers Grand Final. So it looks like the pit gate is just going across. I think it has just gone across, so all is well down there. There's no hole in the fence anymore. Right, so we're just waiting for the pit gate to go across. I've just been told that's the final preparation needs to be made. Everybody's lined up, which is a good start. I'm thinking with most of the night. Oh! Well, there's been a minor explosion in the pits involving a car and a high-up lorry, but we'll gloss over that. So just waiting for the laps to be reset. This will be a 15-lap race for anybody curious. So just getting all laps updated. Just waiting for the lap just to be updated. So Callum Legrice will lead the field away in 5.41, the winner of that last contest of the Bangers, which was interesting. We'll go with that. So just waiting for Mr. Sard to give his clearance. So everybody is about ready to go then. Mr. Starter has got red flags aloft. So can we have people on the captions please? Thank you very much. Waiting for the green flag and we are green. Away we go, and thankfully managed to get the green flag before Moldy Aldo ran out of time. Anyway, we get underway and already Kieran Martin's decided it's time to turn it round along with another. Didn't quite catch who it was. So absolutely massive lead already for Callum Legrice, which very nearly became a very minor lead. 3 for second has gone at the 188 of Archie Bolton in that roller. Oh, one almost went over but came back down. It just went to tours and decided that Earth was the better idea and has rejoined and wiped out the 668 of George Colvin. That's probably what you get for pit lane racing. Right, your leader is 5.41 still, or maybe not as the case, as through comes 140 of Alfie Jones. 797 Kieran Marty is doing the novelty of doing a lap. Who would have thought? Callum Legrice has found the infield and the barrier. That catches out 5.01 of Ray Smith, who had that rollover in heat 1. The track is beginning to get congested again on turn number 3, and well, a few more have decided that the best way to deal with the pipe is go straight through it rather than around it, like any normal person would decide. 188 Archie Bolton has decided that the fence is relatively strong, and then he's got carried down the home straight by Ray Smith sideways. You don't see that on our factor, I'll be honest. 797 Kieran Martin's in reverse, looking to dispose of somebody. Unusually for a hearse, disposing of someone not in the back of it. Big Jack on the back chain. Bobby or Freddie Seymour's gone charging in. Oh, got a red flag. Oh my goodness, we got a. Oh, no wonder. We've got two cars mangled together in an incredible fashion. Is that Max Seymour again for a second time tonight, perched top of the fence? So our recovery truck is now back in position as Promoter Cal Fido finds out why you don't do DI, why you do GSI, get someone in. If you've done that, maybe the picture would have stayed in race control. Anyway, the pace car driver has now climbed aboard the driver's seat, and I think we're now ready to go with the Mercedes pace car leading the way. Very unusual for Mercedes to be leading the field, not on the backside of the car in front on the M6, but never mind, we're away rolling with the resumption of the Grand Final site for the Bangers, with some beautiful Claxons as well. Moving again, so we can continue rolling as George Colvin's currently doing, convincing to get running there by looks of it. Has got going now. So watching for the green goes down. I can inform you that 174 Volvo Lardsmith has got bored of the race and has turned it around already. And oh dear, the start's gone horribly wrong for a couple of them. 541. Oh, got a car over the fence on turn 1. Red's out straight away again. I got two of them over. In fact, I got another one over on the back straight. There must have been a head-on there between 174 and another one. Well, that was an explosive restart. 72, do not reverse 72, you will trigger the timing line. So, well, my never, that was one of the quickest restarts in history. So just waiting for our pace car to get into position at the front of the grid. So 25, Louis King is pulling off the infield, or maybe just waiting to cause some mischief on the restart. Pace car now comes across to join us on the home straight. So pace car in position then. we will be off and rolling again with the resumption of the Bangers final. We now resume our rolling lap. We're away and rolling once again to Bangers and final time. Right, green goes back out, and away we go with the resumption with the remaining 6, I think, in this one. And so, oh dear, it's already gone wrong at turn 1 as the vast majority of the 6 of them have got all caught up. So, looks like George 12 in reverse. So, who's our leader then? Our leader is 501 Ray Smith, who has had a rather bad night up until this point, throws the big jag sideways, and now Kim Martin's blocking the track. That catches out Callum Legrice. Oh my goodness me, also sculpture on the home straight. In goes 507, flat and a massive T-bone behind as Riley Bricknell gets the leader head on. So coming through, Louis King has ended up with the hearse sat on top of him down there. Coach frame strong in that car. So 501 leads, second place. I've got no idea, so they need to be a long way back. They're a full lap behind. We're just double checking on the situation down on turn 4, just making sure everything's okay down there. So turn 2 is getting a bit, well, turn 1 anyway is getting a bit lively. 188 finds a way around the outside. I suspect 188 could be second here, Archie Bolton in the roller. So new leader has now come through, just trying to work out who that is. And it is going to be 188 Archie Bolton in his Rolls Royce. The track is blocked on turn 1 and nobody's really finding any pathways through this yet. Good news, Louis King and Keir Martin have had their moments of glory. Oh goodness me, head on and a half down here is 103, but charging flat out of Kane Johnson, and the leader's been stopped. The leader has been stopped, and through the mess comes 507 or 207 I should say rather. But I think with that 188 still leads. I've got a car in the crowd, red flag. Keir Martin has cleared the fence after a head-on delivered by 103 of Kane Johnson.
Now I'm here. Now I'm there.
Good skate.
I'm just
Come on, Riley.
just a new
So they loaded very quickly, so we didn't get them. Right, I think now we've got everything in position. We should be away for 10 laps of action for the Bangor Orcamus race. We're just getting the lap all set up, and then once we've got that done, Thomas, well, they're all yours, I guess, and we'll see how far we get before we have our first roll over this race. So the green flag goes down, away we go with our last race of the night, and already problems with 207 of Caleb Francis on the home straight, but not maybe as much as the one over the back straight, which has ended up with all manner of axle problems. 103, I think Kane Johnson is the one in trouble. So your leader is going to be at 541 of Callum Legrice. I feel like I'm saying that a lot tonight. Already one having a bit of fun in games of the infield. So 188 turned it round on the back straight, just waiting for a victim, I think. So they're really flying round this one. 25 of Louis King looking for a victim, but has failed to find one yet. Or bigger hit at turn 1 as we have a couple of them go charging in. 72 now goes in over the front wheel of, I believe that's Riley Bricknell down there, giving the Love Bus a miss tonight. So Louis King pulls off into the infield. Callum Legrice still leads to my knowledge. Little Super still going well. So down on turn for a few cars going in various directions, trying to find their way through. Oh dear, look at the state of 103 of Kane Johnson. The rear axle falling out of the car. Big style, he gets handed from Riley Bricknell, who gets jacked up in turn by Alfie Jones in 140. Another big T-bone on the home straight as 5-for-1 Legrice goes in. So where's Riley Bricknell going? Oh, big head over on turn number 3 between Alfie Jones and one of the Seymours. Or maybe Freddie down there. Rollover back straight, another one over. Red Mr. Starter, please. Red Mr. Starter. The rollover was Riley Bricknell, I think, in the 178. So you got toppled over on the back straight for head on, I would assume, with the roller. Quite ironic, that, isn't it? So we'll get the field reformed in lap sheep order. We were on lap number 8 out of 10, so it will be green and 2, I think. So green and 2 is from as far as I can tell what we're going to have. So we're going to go for a rolling start, single file in lap sheet order. I think it will be green and 2, Mr. Starter. So 103 Kane Johnson's car is somehow through the lap. Okey-dokey then, green flag goes back out and already Turgon spinning away to our right. Great Freddie Seymour pulls off the infield, so does Louis King. So, oh dear, 103 has more trouble in front of us and goes spinning around at turn 1. Legrice comes through, one to run. Behind him is, big head on the back straight. Kane Johnson has gone in heavily on the front of the Rolls Royce. The chain flag is at the ready, and through goes Callum Legrice to win it. Across the line for second place goes our double heat winner Caleb Francis. Louis King has gone in on 103 of Kane Johnson at the end of the race there. A couple more come skating across the line in a rather stylish fashion. I've got a roll over on turn 2 again. Louis King, I think this time, is the one that's gone over. That's a red flag, but the race is over anyway, so it matters not. So waiting still for the all-clear car starting at various points of the track. 733 I think is looking for a victim from the very get-go here. And the two Seymour starting information. Actually, green flag goes out. Yeah, the Derby's all rollover already. Got a rollover on home straight already. What a start! So 733 before we even get going has already gone over. 188 is clambered on top of somebody on the back straight already. He's got an auto sculpture on turn 3. Well, I didn't expect that one. 25 Louis King. Head on. Oh, he goes over backwards and launches the LT turns over the fence. Another head on. Oh, that one didn't quite go as well, but never mind. So both are still going in. Big head on between Alfie Jones and 72 Bobby Seymour. Freddie Seymour goes in. Kane, Kane Johnson's Morgan three-wheeler keeps going somehow, some way. Here comes another one. Third. Well, it looked like Bobby Seymour's car got a sandwich there. Another head on from a car that's got obscured behind the floodlight. It has got going again. I think it's out on Legrice. So, how many got left? Big head on between Kane Johnson, and in goes Bobby Seymour across the infield. Morgo charging in. Legrice decides that Johnson's having a bit more damage to that already second-hand Granada, and that's going to go. Oh my goodness me, onto the infield, and it's still going. It's down 2 wheels rather than 3. Oh, rollover, turn 1. Got one of the Seymours over. So, somehow 103 Kane Johnson's car is still running. Nobody knows how. Race control is gasped with this. So, who's left? So, I think there's only 3 left. Is that Legrice gets bored and jacks up Freddie Seymour. Bobby Seymour goes in on that in turn. There's 3 left. Well, I'll say 3, maybe 2.5. Kane Johnson head on with Bobby Seymour. and it's still largely the other one's come back to life, and that gets jacked up heavily on the back straight. Alfie Jones came back to life briefly. Kane Johnson still moving down on turn 4. Well, big head on between Bobby Seymour and Callum Legrice down there. Here comes Alfie Jones. Kane Johnson goes, and Alfie Jones now jacks up what remains of Bobby Seymour's LTD. And through comes the mess. Callum Legrice comes through and takes another portion. Oh, back straight. Kane Johnson's going up like a seesaw on the back straight, and we see another one getting disposed of into the market tyre, so it probably shouldn't be. Bobby Seymour's decided to jack up a dead car. Kane Johnson and Legrice have come together. So 4 left. Kane Johnson may be getting more treatment than one would ideally like. Yes, very much so. Everyone's setting about the 103 car, which is very valiant. That car's had a broken axle like one of the Allcomers, right? Look at him straight. He's fantastic. It is someone's leaning out the side like a sidecar. He might stay the right way up. Oh, back straight. What's happened there? Kane Johnson has found a way through. So it's Bobby Seymour. Still manages to defeat Alfie Johnson here. Pristine Jag. Head-on exchange between Johnson and Legrice on the back straight. Oh, two come back to life on turn 1, I should point out. They may have been out to 25 black flag, but I think that matters not, as he's just been finished off. He pulls onto the centre green, so there we go. So 72 of Bobby Seymour's managed to fuse together with Alfie Jones. He gets chucked into the Luma Road turn. Kane Johnson managed to defeat Pristine Condition LTD. Oh dear, another head-on exchange between the two of the cars down on turn 3. Big head-on. Oh dear, 2 of them over. So that is out for 72 and 103. They are both out, and 72 is now perched on the tyre, so you can't rejoin if you wanted to. Big head-on between Callum Legrice and Alfie Jones, who are the 2 remaining for Whiters in this one. Who's going to win between these 2 then? One lurking on the infield. Bang, head on. What's going to come out of that then? Both cars still running. Looks like Riley Bricknell pulling his car to safety on the infield as well. But someone walking across the track, which is not advised. I would preferably get off the live race track, to be honest with you. So, who's going to, what's stronger then, Granada or Jaguar? We're about to find out. Head on between the 2 of them, 3rd. So down the back straight they go. And a big head on between the 2 of them over there on turn number 1. So it's still 140 and 5 for 1, your 2 remaining runners. They exchange another head on. 5 for 1 turned aside. 140 handbrake turns it and fails miserably at doing so. And again, oh dear, big head on, and look at, wow, that went pirouetting like a spinning top. I think probably to just say on what one of our stewards have just said, they're hot for 140 right now. The head on between the 2 of them, and they've missed each other. That was rather anticlimactic. So he's certainly looking like, oh, well, he just managed to pile into a parked car. Now, is the Jag finished? Not emerging from the pileup over there. So we're going to count it down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go down red flag. Is he free? So no, we're going back to green for him as they just got going as the countdown concluded there. So we keep it running with a rather impressive power slide. That's a 10 from the judges. The pirouette gets a further 11. So 5 for 1, Callum Legrice has looked the stronger so far, but can't kill off the Jag. Tries again on the back straight, and I suspect the Jag may be Austin Powers this time. And if anything comes out of that, I'll be amazed. The fact, yeah, but the fact that Legrice has come out of it and the Jag hasn't, yeah, we're going to go red flags on that one, I think, now. Callum Legrice will win the final event of the day. He wins the Destruction Derby. I'll confirm the winner of the Allcomers race for you in a minute, as well as Callum Legrice celebrates his win with a rather large portion delivered to 103 of Kane Johnson. That came with chips as well, how heavy that hit was. So we'll get the race winners confirmed with the all-comers and the DD. Very little doubt about your DD winner. I'll confirm the all-comers winner for you in a moment or two's time, and I imagine we'll get a final victory lap done for the two winners of both the all-comers and the DD. Once again, sorry we didn't get a presentation for the final. Not much we can do about that. But amazingly, despite Rob Kane Johnson's car is still running. Quite impressive. So we'll jump the two winners on the pace car and we'll send them round for a victory lap very shortly. So after some deliberations, we've declared that 541 Callum Legrice also won the all-comers race as well. So he gets the honours of both victories there at the end of the day. We'll send you a lap of honour though on the back of the pace car. We've got the car on the back of the truck as well. We're just waiting for a few cars to cease movement because we can't do the victory lap with cars moving at risk of them hitting the pace car. Get all the days of thunder quotes you want out of that one. So aboard the pace car then is the winner of the all-comers and the DD, Callum Legrice, and his car is on the back of the truck as well. So one final of each lap of the night then. 541 Callum Legrice, your winner of both the DD and the all-comers night here at the Chester Stadium.
Led by Big Rio, we're in South Africa, it's nice to Fabio. England, na 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 na. We're England, na 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 na. We're England.
So victory lap concludes on the back straight then. We'll get a result to you as soon as possibly can of both the final, the all-comers and the DD. So I'll get 3 results to Mum for you in a moment or two's time, and then we'll conclude our night's racing here at the Chester Stadium. But bear with us, mate, once we get the results all confirmed from race control, and we'll get them to you before we round out the evening here at the Chester Stadium. I think, as far as I'm concerned, that's as far as we take you here at Stoke tonight. Thank you very much, everyone, for your support, all the Drives for Racing, and all our officials as well, along with our recovery teams, for getting tonight's racing turned around as quickly as possible. A few cars a bit awkward to recover over the course tonight, as I'm sure you saw. I can understand that sometimes bangers can be a bit of a pain in the rear end to recover, but nonetheless, a great night of racing here in the Potteries, and we will see you again very soon for some more action here at SROL. So until next time, thank you much for your support, and we'll see you again very soon. Good night and goodbye.